Hello all, good morning. Coming to the next video of this series, that is 7 foundational requirements. And in this video, we quickly discuss that what are these 7 foundational requirements and how they are very important part when you are trying to implement 62443. Basically, these are 7 pillars on which 62443 is placed. All the technical controls, administrative as well as physical also, are listed under these 7 headings. Yeah. And how to read this? How to read this is something which is in a very detailed course offered by OTTEurope, and you may check out. But what I cover here is what is the impact of 7 FRs and how you can look at the implementation perspective. So coming to the 7 FRs, these are 7 foundational requirements. These are 7 headings basically. All the requirements, if you are trying to comply with 62443, are listed down under these 7 headings. So your FR1 to FR7, right? FR1 talks about identification and authentication control of people, process, of the technologies, machines, the applications. So identification and authentication of anything which is requesting a resource in your infrastructure, it shall have identification and authentication control. Now, depending on your security level target or security level capability, you can select number of controls. Higher the level of security you want to comply, more the controls. So here, understanding of security levels is very important, just not by definitions, but again, these FRs guide us correctly how to select relevant security level target or capability. The FR2 is about use control. So we have covered identification and authentication in FR1, and the authorization will be covered in FR2. Again, authorization for people, applications, machines, anything which is requesting a resource shall be authorized for that specific resource. FR3, the system integrity. It was data integrity. 62443, the working groups have upgraded it to system integrity because now the integrity of the machines, example PLCs, are also important. That's why we see locked cabinets is one of the critical requirements when we are trying to implement zones and conduits. So system integrity, basically the integrity of data at rest, data in transit, and the machines which are processing that data, integrity of all these things are covered in FR3. FR4, data confidentiality. So this FR is having minimal set of controls. This depicts that yes, we do take care of data confidentiality, but our functionality and safety many times doesn't allow us to put the relevant controls for data confidentiality. So we have to check this. Cybersecurity cannot supersede operational and safety requirements. So your clause 4, that is your in 62443 the common constraints clearly mention that we cannot go ahead to implement cybersecurity controls if they are affecting your functional and safety working environments. FR5, restricted data flow, extremely important FR. Here we discuss about zoning, conduiting, network segmentations, firewalls, routers, switches, whatever regarding the segmentation of the network or management of the network are discussed here. Restricted data flow. Timely response to events, FR6. Now, capability to handle the post-incident activities or during the incident as well. So timely response to events. First of all, you need to have all the technology stack to get to know the events in real time or approximately real time. Once you get to know the events, then how quickly or how mature your system as well as your tools can assist you to respond to the events. FR7, resource availability. All your data backups, restore capability, your processes, your redundancy are covered in these FRs. Right? These important 7 headings. In these, FR1, FR2 are bulk of the requirements. Totally they make 25 requirements. FR1 is 13 requirements, FR2 are 12 requirements. And both of them together make up list of controls which are required for access control. So your access controls are mentioned in FR1 and FR2. How do they impact? In practical scenarios, that's what. If you want a great detail walk-in, then your design and implementation course, that is IC34, is something which is discussing all these FRs in very practical way and for many hours in that course. You may check OTTEurope for that, but here I will quickly take you to the practical aspects of it. Now here we have the zones and conduits, right? This, let's say this is a factory, right? This is a factory, and here, and we have, let's say, a couple of zones. Just I'm drawing the zones based on the physical aspects of it. This is factory 1, and this is zone 1, zone 2, and let's say the complete rest of the factories is zone 1 of the zones. This is the entry of the factory. There is nothing Purdue model here. We're just making the zones based on the system architecture where physical locations are shown. Right. So here it is. So based on the physical locations, I am making up the zones. When you have zones, we know as an important property of the zone, we must also set security levels. Security levels. And because we are taking the perspective of asset owner and service provider, we are talking about security level target. And if this zone is a BPCS zone, including, let's say, safety, we have created another zone in that. We have designated as S zone 4, that is your safety zone 4 example, right? This we are going to set another security level target for this. And let's say if this is at target 2 and if it is target 3, what we mean is that all the foundational requirements, FR1 is 2, FR2 is 2, FR3 is 2, FR4 is 2, FR5 is 2, FR5, 6, and finally FR7. So all these foundational requirements are at level 2. This is from the perspective of asset owner and service provider. The story of zones, conduits, security level target goes long way. All this, the concepts which I have explained in this picture, will become an integral part of CSMS, or now that is called as security program as per 62443 2-1 2024. Now if I take the perspective of OEM, and let's say they are trying to build a system, right, many components, or if it is a component, let's say one of the PLCs, sorry for the drawing, but yeah, one of the PLCs they are trying to build here. Then if they are talking about SLC, now I'm trying to merge some of the concepts here. If you would like to know more about SLs, please watch some of the other videos. SLC. Now here again, if the SLC here for the embedded device is 1, typically we get EDSA for this, embedded device security assurance. If SLC is 1, which means the OEM has complied with all the FRs, foundational requirements, as one. Yeah. So device is equally matured in all the headings, in all the topics of FRs. So this is very important to realize that how FRs will contribute to your security levels, which will contribute to effective zones and conduits, which will effectively contribute to your CSMS realization based on the KPIs. In ICS Bit Labs, we have done this practically with a couple of customers. There are some of the more nitty-gritties in this, little more complexities in this. So the story which I have explained, or the concepts which I have explained, are not as simple as these, but we face little more complexity when we hit or when we go to the field, or when we talk to the customers in their environment. So this is what the story of FRs at this moment. I will cover some of the concepts of more nitty-gritties of security level targets in subsequent videos. Again, the objective of videos is to give a quick glance. It is not a deep dive. If you would like to have a practical deep dive experience, I strongly suggest kindly check out OTTEurope for their 62443 courses schedule, and that's where you will find the course schedules. It's pretty good. I'm one of the trainers there. Obviously, I would be glad that I'm part of that team. Great. Thank you so much. Let's catch up in the subsequent videos.